Good evening, gamers. Welcome to the Friday stream. In today's very important news alert, Dave Grohl's relationship with alt porn goddess revealed after he welcomes baby outside of marriage. The Foo Fighters frontman was allegedly once spotted getting cozy with Annalise Nielsen in 2018, even though he was already married to Jordan Blum. Okay, cool. There you go. There's your celebrity news for the day. Let's get into the stuff. Can't get enough of the stuff. That is, of course, today's game duel. Let's do it. I keep asking Emmy to keep me up to date on celebrity news and stuff. And then she's like, well, I heard that, you know, she always says like some K-pop stuff. Like I was hoping, you know, for, what is this, Double Dragon? The Karate. It's not the Karate Kid movie? Okay. So it's a fighting game for the Sega Genesis / Mega Drive and the arcade Neo Geo. Fighter, I guess. Nope. What is this? Just like Street Fighter or something? I guess it could just be like regular ass Street Fighter. It's not Street Fighter. What's the other one? We got Tekken. Wait a minute, that guy's got a... I know that guy. That's the guy. That's the guy from the game. Rogue Mando Gaming wants to get a resupply mission. Pretty please. What does that entail exactly? Who is this guy? Oh no. Is this Jimmy and or Bimmy? Maybe it's like Streets of Rage? No. Oh, it's Fatal Fury. Okay. Well, we would have got it eventually. Fuck, it was Fatal Fury 2. Oh well. Snorkeling Bear did a ghillie landing with a probe. Very nice. Ghillie is not a fun place to visit because of the low gravity. And the fact that Eve is right there. Alright, well, we didn't get Fatal Fury. Oh well. Well, this is garbage. What is this, Turok? No. The fuck is this? Monster Hunter? Oh, it's Bass. The fucking bass. Sega bass fishing. It's a big fish. I saw the scales. I'm like, oh, it's some kind of dinosaur or something. But no, it's just, you know, fish, whatever. Mando wants more taters and water. Well, hey, if you set up a trade depot, you can go ahead and call down some traders, and I'm sure they'd be happy to sell you that stuff. Today's keywords: clones, echoes, gravity, mystery. Oh. Clones, echoes, gravity, and mystery. I mean, is this the Talos Principle 1? No. Puzzle, suicide, solitude. Oh no, this is gonna suck. I'm not gonna be able to get this one because I don't know all these puzzle games. I do know your technical knowledge. Honestly, what I would do if you really feel like you've hit a brick wall, start a fresh save with all the information, all the knowledge you now have, and just do everything faster before you run out. But setting up a trade post is super easy. You just need steel. I don't think it has anything else special. Puzzles, suicide, solitude, holograms, mystery. Oh, I don't know enough puzzle games. Chained echoes. I know that's not right. Scientist, tentacles. Day of the Tentacle. Exploration, philosophic, slow motion, psychological. Oh, claymation. Wouldn't that be the hood? Neverhood? Damn it. Teleportation, secret area, handmade art, and voice acting. I don't know. I have no clue. I'm getting stumped on this. Yeah, this is fast travel, more decisions, canonical death. I have no fucking clue what this is. The fuck is the Swapper from 2013? Oh, this looks like a movie poster. Swapping it up. We're not swapping it up today. We went 1 for 3. That's embarrassing. The poor showing. But to be fair, I'm not sure how well known this game is. Like, is that even on Steam? The Swapper. I have it ignored because it looks so stupid. $14.99, very positive reviews. The ending left me speechless, was mind-blowing. The cloning mechanics were very well done and fun, and the floating through space parts felt real. Also had quite unique visuals, had an easy-to-follow map. Loved the ambient music too. Only problem I had was all the achievements weren't attainable due to when I tried to get them, the game would freeze and have to be closed via task manager. Great puzzle game with a haunting atmosphere and interesting story. Great puzzle game that utilizes some really interesting mechanics. Deceptively simple levels will certainly challenge you. Short, but well done. That's a death sentence for a game in my book. Short, but well done. I'm not paying, you know, $20 to play a game for 3 hours, guys. Oh, shoot. You guys want to listen to the Neverhood soundtrack? That's such a good idea. We listen to some penis music. Hold on, I'll find it. No. I just want the soundtrack. Oh. All right, we'll just do this until it runs out. This will go perfect for Kerbal Space Program. All right, let's get into the game. Oh. So in honor of Friday the 13th, we had some damn enchiladas for dinner. Only true horror fans will get that reference. Anyway, it's time to play some more Kerbal Space Program, so let's do it. Welcome to the Neverhood. All right, none of these are useful, so yeah, we're just heading out to the Minmus. Also, Siri's still out here, I guess. I guess she's just gonna hang out there until it's time to come back. Fly, you fools. Okay. So let's take a look. Let me look at the Delta V map real quick. I should just have that like saved to my desktop for when the KSP forums eventually go down. Well, I'm getting this one off of Reddit, so I guess it should be safe. As long as Reddit never goes down, I'll be okay. There we go. All right, so to get to Minmus, it's 9:30. Let's go ahead and set that up and we'll see where we need to be. Where even is Minmus? Oh, there it is, okay. Be like, where the hell is Minmus? Worship Pizza says, why did you have to cause such a mess on my Discord this afternoon? Well, I'm nice and don't want to have Emmy log out of my account. So you can blame her for that, I guess. How's it going, Pizza? Hope she didn't cause too much trouble. She just really likes horror movies. I don't know why. I can't explain it. I don't like them. But she does. And, you know, never the twain shall meet. All right, we got everything we need. Looking good. So we'll just head up to the launch point and we'll get there. Let's do it. We're heading to Minmus today, guys. It's going to be fun. Everyone's going to have a good time. It's going to take us several days to get there. All right, Jeb, I need you to point prograde, please. We don't have to worry about electricity yet because we're going to be able to generate more from the alternator on the engine. Pizza's not a fan of horror films either. Yeah, no, not for me. I've been tracking down, and by tracking down I mean if it comes up on for free on YouTube, I've been watching some comedy movies. I watched Kindergarten Cop, like I said the other day, and I watched Doc Hollywood just yesterday, which was great. I started watching something called Feds today because it showed up. Well, I think I watched like half of it and I'm like, this isn't that good. I guess the standards, my standards for movies maybe are too high. You know, if it was on TV and I had nothing better to do, I guess I could have done it. But you know, it's 2024. I got all kinds of stuff I could be doing. All right, so now we got to do this. And now we're going to get ourselves a little intercept with Minmus. As you can see, we're burning very slowly. Oh, there we go. So our goal is just to get within, you know, a certain amount of close to Minmus, and we'll tweak it from there, I guess. Perfect. 11,000, I like it. Looks good. To bring us back. Pizza says, help me here. What do you need me to do? What's going on? I mean, there's nothing I can really do about Emmy. Like, you know, she makes my food. Yeah, go get some sleep. It's 8. Wait. What are you? Pizza, I don't know. Are you in Europe? Are you one of those European people? Yeah, get some sleep. I know how it is. It's like when I try to watch Australian streamers. It's like, oh, sure, I can get up at 3 in the morning and watch them, but, you know, I'd much rather be sleeping. Yep, 11,000 is in fact... Well, we can honestly get even closer on Minmus. I think you can get to down to like 8. But it's been a while. So I guess we'll see in a second. All right, here we go. Let's do the time warp again. Pizza's in Portugal. Okay, pizza's in Portugal. Where's Magic from? You got too many friends, Emmy. I can't keep track of where everybody lives. There's Magic and DK and V and Susan and... Oh, Wisconsin. Well, there you go. Hey, another Wisconsinite. A lot of Midwesterns, which is, you know, that's appreciated. I'm not originally from the Midwest, but I feel like I've lived here long enough that... I guess I can kind of claim it. I don't know. What's the rules on that? How long do I have to live here? Mando wants me to go down to 5K. I don't know about that. I mean, I probably can, but not till we're a little closer. Our mission is just to get a, to do an encounter with Minmus anyway, so we'll see how that goes. Let's speed up the time a little bit more. This is the kind of music I think I would make if I made music. Just a bunch of like vocalization and simple chords. Blowing in a jug. What is that? That has a name. Oh, what is it called? It's like what's that song? In the Summertime by Mungo Jerry. It's like a genre of music. I don't remember what it's called. Somebody can probably tell me. Let me know if you guys get tired of the penis music. We'll switch it over to something a little more melodic. All right. Come on, Jeb. Or no, Val's in this one. Right. Jeb went to the Mun, so Val gets to go to the Minmus. Does this thing have legs, actually? Did we send a legged one? Oh, we did. Nice. Okay, so we can actually land. Maybe. We're still a day off here. All right. We're switching it over here. Now it's starting to bother me. Oh, hold on. There we go. I want to. It's like Skitter or something. I'll look it up. Mando completely misheard what I said. What did you think I said versus what did I say? Oh no. Skiffle. It's called skiffle music. There you go. I figured it out. Just had to Google it. So Minmus should be somewhere. Where is it? You said pianist? No, I said penis. I said penis music. No, don't worry. You heard correctly. That's what I call it. I don't know why. I think I heard it from somebody else and it made sense. I guess it's kind of like, it's got like a boing quality to it. Hey!
Losing his mind.
Thank you, Emmy, for continuing to support the channel.
All the benefits.
And my little hobby here. Yeah, you did hear correctly. Don't worry. There was no piano, as far as I can tell, in the Neverhood soundtrack. Maybe there was. I'm not a... Well, I guess I did take a music appreciation class in high school, but that was like 20 years ago. I don't think that counts. The only thing I remember from that class is that the harpsichord is awesome, and I wish we used it in more music. Pianos are so lame in comparison. All right, we're here. So we get our close encounter, explore Minmus, world first milestone. Good. We have an hour until we get to our next thing. So let's head back to mission control and see if we can get another mission. Mando says this is a hobby. I stream 4 days a week for about 3 hours. So yeah, pretty much. It's a pretty straightforward hobby, I guess. I don't know. It's obviously not a career. I have an actual job that I have to go to every day. All right, anything good here? Atmospheric surveys. Temperature survey of the Mun. Guys, it's a vacuum. It has no temperature. What a waste of everybody's time and money. All right, let's do the next one here. No, we can probably ditch this guy here. Fly. Fly, you fools. So what do we need to do? Orbit Minmus and gather scientific data from Minmus. Recover or transmit. So fuck, we don't have an antenna, so we'll have to take it back. That's okay. Let's go ahead and grab all the stuff that we can while we're high over Minmus. And I think it's going to be a long time till touchdown brings me around again to find, etc., etc. I almost attributed that to David Bowie. That's Elton John. Sorry, Elton John and David Bowie fans. Well, the nice thing is, Mando, I don't really do anything else. Like, video games is my hobby. So I might as well stream it while I'm doing it. And plus I like talking to people while I play games. If I wasn't talking to you guys, I'd just be yelling at Emmy. Not in like a mean way, but, you know, loudly talking to her. Here she comes. It's not going to be on camera because she's not wearing any pants, but she's definitely walking around. Mando loves Elton Bowie. What a coincidence. I love fuck, David John. I couldn't figure it out. Oh no, my brain is just absolutely shot from working this week. There was definitely a point very early today where I was like, I'm fucking done. I'm gonna play games on my phone until I can leave without anybody getting suspicious. I've always been a bit of a social gamer. You know, I grew up with the N64, playing games with my friends. And then, you know, when the PlayStation 2 came out, you know, you've only got, when you have the PlayStation 2 and it's only got 2 controller slots, you can really only play with one other friend, unless you get the multi-tap or whatever it was called, but like who has time for that? And even then, most games didn't take advantage of the 4-player. I did play a lot of online games in high school too. But really, I like sharing, especially like more complicated games, KSP, Stationeers, anything where, you know, there's a level of expertise required to play it. Not that mindless action stuff, which, you know, that has its place, but I don't usually stream that. All right, let's go ahead and grab, okay, we are near Minmus now, so we can go ahead and grab some near Minmus data, as well as the crew report. Looking at the surface of Minmus reminds you of a favorite childhood dessert. You are tempted to taste the surface. Well, Valentina, perhaps you will soon get a chance. So we're going to go ahead and take all the data. Take the temperature data. And we shouldn't need the crew report anymore, so we'll just leave it in there. All right, so our first goal is going to be to orbit, so we're going to have to switch to retrograde. Keep an eye on the electric charge here. What I'd really like to do, and I've mentioned this a couple times on the stream, is specifically regarding Stationeers, is do some multiplayer stuff in Stationeers. Vintage Story, when the next update comes out, I'll definitely look into getting a server for that so we can all play again. I know that was a lot of fun a couple months ago. We had a good time building a little city. I know Hex is our big Vintage Story proponent around here. And we even got some other people. We got Rilip, we got Mighty Stoosh, I think, at one point. Or more Mighty Stoosh and like less Rilip. I don't even know if Rilip played, honestly. Definitely Mighty Stoosh was there. Alright, so let's go ahead and start circularizing now. Get all this Delta V we have. We have plenty. Kinda wish we had a an antenna, but whatever. It's not the worst thing that's ever happened. All right, well, clearly our engine is powerful enough. We don't have to do it right away. Can wait till we get closer. Okay, now would be a good time. Go ahead and get a nice orbit. There we go, we did that. So we get a quick orbit. We'll grab a bunch of biomes as we go past. And then we will we'll head back to Kerbin and cash in our science. We'll come back later to land. I'm not going to land right now. Just get this down to around, I don't know, 15,000 maybe. Probably good. Mando says, I used to go to school out of district, so my closest friends were 2.5 hours away. I was always resigned to single player campaigns. Oh, that's a bummer. I had kind of an interesting experience because my dad was in the army. I've talked about this. We moved around a lot. But when I lived in Hawaii, I went to a school off base. So all of my friends that live nearby went to a different school, and all the people I went to school with didn't live close to me. So it was, I had like 2 completely separate groups of friends. And it was, I don't know, it was just kind of weird, I guess. I would have preferred to just have one. Oh, we already have it? Okay, we already have that. So, review report. Delete. We already have Midlands, so now we want to get Lowlands. Oh, we already have Lowlands? I guess we already had Lowlands. Never mind. So we want to get Midlands, Flat, and Highlands if we can. So yeah, I lived in Hawaii, had 2 separate groups of friends. When I lived in California, I had just the one group of friends. I went to school with the same guys. Although one of my friends was homeschooled because his parents were like crazy, or at least his mom was like a crazy fundamentalist Christian. So I was in Boy Scouts with him, but he did not go to the school on base. And every time we went over to his house, it was like a nightmare. he wasn't allowed to play Pokemon on account of they evolve, and evolution is... We already had Lowlands. I don't know why I kept grabbing Lowlands. But he wasn't allowed to play Pokemon with us. He had to play Digimon, which was okay because they don't evolve. They digivolve. It's different. Then I lived in Germany, and I went to school with the friends that lived in the same area, so that was okay. Although we all had to ride like 45 minutes to get to school to get on base. Oh, and then I lived in South Dakota, and I didn't have any friends outside of school, basically. But I did meet Emmykins, so that was a positive of living in South Dakota. And that's where I live now. Not in South Dakota. I live in Minnesota, but been kind of a... What a long, strange trip it's been. Speaking of long, strange trips, we're on Minmus, guys. We're not on Minmus. We're orbiting Minmus. We're at Minmus. How about that? I think that's appropriate. Go ahead and see if we can get the shores. Okay, there's... No, that we already have Lowlands. Stop trying to get Lowlands. Is this considered a separate biome? I don't actually know. We'll just, we'll let Valentina go for a ride here. Probably some of my favorite gaming memories are playing Pokemon Stadium and other N64 games with my friends. Perfect Dark, GoldenEye, others, I can't even remember them all. And then playing Battlefield 2 on my PC back when to play games online you had to join like public lobbies, basically. Like people would host servers and anybody could join. It wasn't like it is today. So, you know, a clan would host their server or whatever, or there would be official servers, or some guy would just, you know, rent server space and, you know, host a Battlefield 2 maps. This is the Great Flats. We'll go ahead and store that data. And it was cool because you'd run into the same people if you went to the same servers. You could jump around, find servers that kind of meshed with what you wanted to do. Mando says, all my friends were autistic. My school was for the autistic, and ADHD was honestly a great school until a headmaster passed. Then corporate bullshit. Oh, this always happens. It's like, it sounds like the plot of Heavyweights, kind of. Like everybody's happy going to the fat camp, and then the corporate guy takes over and puts everybody on a diet and turns it into like a boot camp. Ugh. What a great movie, though. Man, I used to play Griffball. See, I was out of console gaming by the time Halo came around. So my buddy had an Xbox, and we would go over there and play Halo sometimes, but mostly I had a PS2, and then I graduated to PC in high school. And that's where I live today. I have a PC, and well, I mean, I guess we have the Switch. We have a couple of consoles, but I don't really use them because I feel most comfortable over here in the corner playing my games. Good time. Oh yes. This little landing craft is definitely capable of landing, but we're not going to land yet. We're going to wait. Just saw a bug, guys. They're after my cookies. Stay away from the cookies. Those are for me. Okay, this is Greater Flats. I assume we don't have Greater Flats. So this area is Greater Flats. This is Great Flats. And I can't see, but we can probably just head back to Kerbin now. See if we can get a nice launch here. What does the thing say? 340 to get back, I think. Oh no, that's for plane changing. 160 it says. Let's start with 160 and go from there. Ugh, there's too much stuff in the way. There we go. All right. So we're going to just adjust the maneuver until we get as close as we can. And then from there, we will actually adjust. Yeah, okay. So right about there looks good. Then we adjust the actual delta V to try to bring it in nice and close. Yeah, I see. It's a little more. Probably on account of the plane change being a whole thing. Okay, that's looking good. It is very interesting how that all works. Okay, perfect. 21,000. That's good enough for me. We can always adjust it as we go. Let's head back. Maneuver is in 26 minutes. Okay, good deal. Mando now has a semi-dodgy custom rig that doesn't want to shut down. Oh my goodness. You might want to get that looked at. I built this computer. I've built a couple computers for other people since I guess I built some before and after I built this one. Yeah, I've gotten to the point where I don't want to build a computer, but I will do it. Like I did it for my brother-in-law, I did it for a friend. I've helped people like install new parts and troubleshoot, but it's just such a pain in the butt to put everything together, and I always feel like I'm gonna break something because everything is so flimsy. If you ever put a computer together, I'm sure you know the pain of trying to seat the CPU into those little pins on the motherboard, and it's like, oh, this thing's gonna snap in half. I'm gonna break this thing and it's gonna cost me like 500 bucks. Hex says the best game ever is free on Epic this week. Oh boy, Outer Wilds? Rugrats. Oh my gosh, we should totally play Rugrats. Which Rugrats game? Is it the one where they go to Reptar Land? I like that one. Or is it the racing one? There's more than one. Maybe not. I feel like there'd be a lot of Rugrats games. It was like the biggest Nickelodeon property until SpongeBob. So if I was Nickelodeon, I would have been cranking those things out. Fortunately, I'm not. 39 seconds. So just wait. Exos sees only one Rugrats game on Steam. There were definitely a bunch, maybe that's the only one on PC. There were definitely a bunch on the consoles, and I know for sure on like handheld systems. Or at least Game Boy. Okay, switch me over to Kerbin here, and let's get ready to rock. Beginning the burn now. Go until you see the periapsis. I see the periapsis. Yoop. Okay, and now let's bring it down nice and low. We'll get it to about 20. Okay, 20. 19. Looks good. And then head back, and we're on our way. Let's do this. Next stop, Minmus Escape. Manda says if you struggle with seating CPUs, we have a bigger problem. I don't struggle with it. I can do it. It just, the force you have to apply on the little lever, I always feel like something's gonna break. It doesn't. I've done it fine multiple times, but I'm not the only person that feels this way, all right? It's a meme. I saw a meme on Reddit about it once, so that means it's totally normal to feel this way. How I base all of my life decisions. You don't have to apply that much force. Maybe it depends on your motherboard. I don't know. I don't want to apply any force. That's the problem. And the same goes for all the plugs too. Like sometimes I don't know if I plugged it in wrong or if it just requires a bunch of force to get in there. Like the big old 24 pins or whatever. You plug into the motherboard from the power supply. Every time I'm like, oh boy. It's taking a lot of force to get this on here. I hope I don't have to take it out. All right, let's... I assume... Oh, we're going out this way? Oh, that sucks. I think? Question mark? Wait a minute, that's like ass. What the hell? We're going all the way out here now? Okay, I guess we're going for the long shot here. Let's see, let's head back to the Space Center and see if there's anything we can do in the meantime. Yeah, see, yeah, it's the plugs are the real killer, because they're like just hard plastic. Temperature surveys of Minmus science data from surface of the Mun. Okay, that's the only one we need, I guess. Do we have anything else? Plant a flag on the Mun. So we do have stuff from the Mun again. We'll wait until Valentina's back before we think about what we're gonna do, though. I actually cut my hand up pretty good messing with those plugs. Like my hand slipped trying to put one in and it scraped my cuticle. Or like the side, like where your nail... we don't need to talk about it. But let's just say it was very painful and there was some blood. Not a great situation to find yourself in when you're trying to put a computer together. It wasn't even mine, it was the buddies I was helping with. Kind of reminds me of trying to separate Legos, actually. Which, man, I miss playing with Lego. I used to play with Lego all the time, and then I moved out of my parents' house and didn't bring any with me, and now I don't have any. And honestly, you know, it's probably for the best. Takes up a lot of space. And Emmy has way too much junk for me to have any storage space in this house. All right, here we come. We're coming in. Let's see. Periapsis. So this was a 24-day trip. Oh, man. Sorry, Valentina. It wasn't supposed to last that long. But what are you going to do? Remember one time when we were putting together my buddy's new PC, we had ordered... Either we'd ordered a power supply or we had a leftover power supply, and it ended up being like a tiny one. I'm not even sure what kind of frame it would have fit into. It was like the tiniest power supply I've ever seen. We couldn't even figure out, it wouldn't even screw into the case. We had to actually salvage one from somebody else's old computer. I don't know whatever happened to that power supply. Probably just sitting around somewhere being useless because it's too small to do anything useful. You have a 1000 watt? Oh my gosh. What are you doing with that? Trying to heat your house? I think mine's either 750 or 850. I got a reasonably good one. I didn't need to go too crazy with it. But I built this computer. It would have been a couple years ago now. I guess Emmy can probably remember better than me. It's been a while because I have another computer upstairs. It was my old one. It is technically should be Emmy's now, but we don't have a monitor or keyboard or anything or a place to set it up. So it just kind of sitting up there. All right, let's get ready to decouple. All right, we're coming in on the dark side, I guess. We're not gonna be able to hardly see anything. Hopefully we're not coming in over mountains. That would be bad. All right, decoupling now. going butt first, and let's go. Oh, I see some shores over there. That's good. I like that. So that means we are coming in, at least initially, over the ocean. Yeah, you can kind of see a little bit. Yeah, it's gonna start exploding. Splort. Let it burn up in the atmosphere. Yeah, the ablator is holding. And once the ablator's out, then the heat shield will start heating up, but it shouldn't get hot enough to cause any problems. You can see it heating up here, but it'll will have slowed down in the meantime. Boy, look at those re-entry effects. People say you gotta play with graphics enhancing mods for KSP, but I disagree. I think it looks great on its own. Even the skybox, as janky as it is, it's not like, you know, those are actual stars we can go to. It doesn't matter if it's just a painting. All right, let's see. So everything looks good. It stopped heating. Coming in over the shore, it looks like. We may stop, but I think we're probably going to end up lightly inland here. Still have a lot of horizontal trajectory. So it is Friday. So this is the time of the week where I ask everybody how their work week and or school week went. Or if you're fortunate enough to be unemployed, how your week of gaming and watching TV and taking naps went. Something I hope I can someday achieve. Pop the chute so I don't have to worry about it. Mando says Elite Dangerous. I have Elite Dangerous. I already have it. I played it, and after like exploring 100 systems and seeing there was nothing there, I was like, yeah, I can see where this is going, and then I uninstalled it and never played again. It was fun for a while though. I had a good time just flying around, and then I realized that there was nothing to do. The gameplay loop doesn't, like, the gameplay loop itself is not interesting to me. When was that? I don't know, maybe like 5 years ago. I'd have to check. Let me look. I think Steam will tell me. Elite Dangerous. Last time I played it was, oh, okay, 2021. So 3 years ago, I guess. Everything kind of runs together. I'm completely ignoring the Targoid War right now. I mean, I would ignore it even if I was playing, but yeah. I know there were hints of them, like their ships showing up when I was playing. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, I guess. But I'm not really a combat guy. I like exploration, and ultimately I just felt like exploration was not very rewarding. I'd pop in, I'd scan all the bodies, go to the next system, or I'd use the scoop to get fuel and then go to the next system and scan, get fuel, go to the next system. So sure, I guess you could say, well, Star, you were doing the most boring thing in the game, but it was the only thing that interested me, so why would I do a different thing? Because now I'm doing something I'm not interested in because it's quote unquote more fun. I don't want to be a cargo guy. I don't want to be a miner. I don't want to do bounty missions or whatever. I just wanted to fly around and see cool stuff in space. Is that a tree underwater? Is that one of the terrain scatters, guys? Can we get a better look at this maybe? No, there's no way to like look. I think it is. Do we have any? That's gotta be a tree, right? I can't get a good look at it. That's too bad. I should have joined the whole seals. As opposed to what? The fuel rats or whatever? Yeah, that's either a tree or a really funky looking rock, but it looks like a tree to me. Let's go ahead and recover here. And that'll complete one of our missions. Look at that. We got 400. We're up to 426 science. That's awesome. Got some good money too. So I believe that completes all of that. Next up is landing and walking on Minmus and green sandstone. We can do that. Plant flag on Minmus. We'll do that. Rescue Elon from orbit of the moon. No, he can fucking stay there. All right, back to Minmus. Let's see if we can design a slightly better ship here. I think that's going to require unlocking some additional fuel tanks, so let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, Elon, ignore. Yeah, not interested. I mean, he's on the mun too, so that's even extra nonsense I'd have to deal with. Heavy rocketry we don't care about yet. Aerodynamics, I don't think we need. Landing, absolutely we want landing. And advanced flight, this will let us get to the Mark II command pod, which is huge. That'll let us bring along a scientist or an engineer or whoever. This stuff, I'll grab the solar panels. Those are really helpful. And I think that's as much as we can afford right now. So we're gonna go ahead and put together the Inquisitor Mark III, which is gonna be a slightly, oh, here comes the in-game music now. Just totally ignore the fact that I asked it not to play. All right, so now we are gonna do wrong one. And there might not actually be one that does what I want it to do. See if there's a structural part. Nope. Okay, then give me the engine plate here. And we'll use not the Terrier. We're gonna use the Spark here. Truss mount. And this is gonna have short. Perfect. So go ahead and ditch that. Like that. All right, looks good. Now we go ahead and throw some baguettes on the side. Then we're gonna put the landing struts like so. And then up top, we're going to use the, I guess we're ditching the whole thing, huh? So now we need the Mark II command pod, which we're now going to build. 1.875 is the Mark II part. Sadly, this one does not have a different color, so we'll just have to live with that, unfortunately. That's okay though. Then we use this fuel adapter. I will fix this in a second, guys. Don't worry. I have done this many times. Don't worry. 18 goes there, and that goes like that. So perfect. Like a giant Johnson. All right, man. Though, have a good night. Thanks for sticking around. I hope you get a chance to look at the Vulcan save. Let me know if you have any questions. I love showing off my weird idiosyncratic designs for things. I know a lot of people just copy stuff out of the workshop, but I, you know, put all my stuff together myself usually. Let's go ahead and stick some solar panels and then grab the science. Science! She blinded me with science. Speaking of science, let's put the mystery goo on here. In fact, we could probably cram a science junior in here if we really wanted to. In fact, I think I will. Look at that. Now that is an Inquisitor Mark III, if I do say so myself. Let's see if this thing can actually get off the ground though, huh? Let's make sure of that first. Go ahead and reset. We're gonna have to redo everything. So, yeah, 1.23, it's still good. And then, yeah, we ditch the solid boosters. Then we go to here. And then we decouple that. Wait, when do these? Oh, no, that fires. And then these decouple, and then the whole thing decouples. Yeah, that should work. Let's check the thrust to weight in a vacuum. We get 1414 from that guy. I wonder if we'd get better performance out of the other one. Let me take a look here. So it's 1414 versus with a Terrier we get 1450. So we're actually better off using the Terrier, I guess, which is interesting, but hey, I'll take it. We're all about efficiency here. Thrust to weight's a little bit lower, but I think on Minmus it shouldn't matter. Yeah, we get 15 on Minmus. It should be fine. Okay, so okay, taking off. That does sort of mess with our lower level, I guess. I wonder, is it better to have more in the top? Wait a minute, what's going on here? Oh, okay, I reset it, that's why. That goes. That one goes. Okay, it's looking a little bit better now. Let's increase the thrust a little bit to get that 1.3 benchmark, which I think is pretty solid. 1.32 is good too. We're not quite at the point where we have to bring Bob along. Oh, Bob's gonna be so helpful as a scientist. So we'll bring him, we'll take Jeb. So basically we can get science the whole way there and keep resetting it as we go. Same goes for the goo. We'll just get a ton of science from this mission to Minmus. Do we have any other problems? Missing ladder, electric charge, cannot transmit unused liquid. Wait, where? I see. Enable crossfeed. That's the problem. This has 4 oxidizer containers which are not used by or connecting to anything that requires oxidizer. I enabled crossfeed. Will that actually work? Okay, now it works. I just had to enable crossfeed across the decoupler. Perfect. Wait, it's a good thing we did that, huh? Wait a minute. Oh, because we got to be in a vacuum. Holy moly. Okay, now we're rocking some Delta V. That's what I'm talking about. What I like to see. Okay. So next stop, Minmus again. We've got Jebediah and Bob in tow. This thing should sit on the launch pad pretty nicely. So everybody cross your fingers and let's try to get this baby airborne. And we can also swap out to the rescue ship as well once we have this thing ready to go. All right. take a look at Minmus's current position. We are nowhere near the crossover point, which would be like right here-ish. No, not even close. Right here. Oh, I guess we are kind of close. Okay, let's go ahead and set as target. We want to be going to the north. So let's try it. Going to the north. Everybody ready? Fuel's on. Here we go. We're going north this time, guys. North. Thought we went north last time too, but I guess that was not actually the case. Definitely felt like we were going north. That's for sure. Okay, can we look at advanced orbit? There we go, inclination. I think we want to get to like 9 degrees or something. All right, come on, guys. Hold it. Lock in, Jeb. Lock in. We're doing it. It's a little bit unwieldy, but it is flyable. I can handle this. Definitely need to tip over a little more. Probably sooner rather than later. The solid fuel's gonna run out here shortly. Okay, here we go. There they go. Let them blast. Oh fuck. No. Hold it. Hold it. Okay, we're good. We're good. I thought we were gonna tip over again. I was like, no, not again. But we're good. We're good right now. All right, let's bring it up a little bit here. I feel like we're not facing north, guys. Does anybody else feel like we're not facing north? Did I bungle it again? I guess we'll find out in a second, huh? Oh no, we're good. We're good. So the ascending node is currently 4.9. Does that mean, okay, we need to bring it up a little bit maybe? Oh, yeah, I don't understand it at all. Now we're going this way, huh? Probably also try to get a little bit higher. Our apoapsis up above whatever point there. That's about as good as we're gonna get, so let's go prograde and see what happens. Apoapsis needs to be a lot higher, guys. Way higher. Oh, we bungled this. Haven Stranger says 6 degrees north of 90 would be about 84. Yes? Yes, which I think is what we're at. Just about. You can see it down at the bottom, maybe, unless you're watching on your phone, in which case. I did a lot of that ascent around 60. Maybe, I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. There's way too many things I gotta watch when I'm doing these launches. Oh, what the heck is going on now? Hold. Okay, we are at least increasing our apoapsis now, which is good. And we're out of the thickest part of the atmosphere, so it's not a big deal. Okay. Yeah, I think I might have pulled a little bit too low there. It's tough launching right into the inclination of Minmus, though, as we've seen from me trying to do it twice now. Once we get to, we'll set 75 and then hold. All right, now adjust. We can go prograde and wait until we're out of the atmosphere to finish the circularization burn. I'm realizing we've used a lot of our delta V, which I am not a huge fan of, but we do have a lot in the upper section, so it should be okay. We'll just have to see. This is what, 900 and then like barely anything to land, and we have these extra baguettes on the side we can ditch. We have like 1900 remaining. so it'll be fine. It's a Minmus lander. We're still working the kinks out, I guess. Let's go ahead and grab upper atmosphere science. We'll have Bob jump out and grab that. Get time to take a drink. Yeah, I don't think we can actually circularize with what we have remaining. We may have to make some adjustments to the launch vehicle. Might be time to upgrade to asparagus staging. We only got to get what, more 500 more meters per second to be in orbit, which is like the bulk. Oh no, that's actually not very much. Yeah, we should have recalculated everything. It's fine. Okay, Bob, I need you to jump out and grab this and restore. Thank you. Can you also see if there's any? I think we already got this one. Check the mystery goo. Keep it and then reset it. All right, we're good. All right, good work, Bob. Glad we brought you along. Let's go ahead and start circularizing as best we can. We're gonna burn through all this real fast, but such is life. And then we have our other guy, whatever this one is, the Terrier. Which should be able to get us there. Then we just have to check inclination. I think we're like 1.5 degrees off, but we'll double check before we launch. And then it's about 1,000 to get to Minmus. It's like 930, I think. And then once we're there, we can circularize and land for basically peanuts. And then we're good to go. But yeah, the bagouts will be empty by the time we get there. It's okay. And we only ditch them when we take off. Shouldn't matter. Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and get this ready to go. Somewhere around here. Oh shoot, hold on, I gotta check the inclination. Okay, 1.2 we're off, so I'll adjust that first. Ascending node means we need to go unnormal. Nope, that's normal. We need to go anti-normal. That is 1.2. So as soon as we get a little bit closer, I'll go ahead and do that. I think we might have ended up wasting a lot of fuel, but we also didn't start with that much fuel. The wasting was inevitable. No, that doesn't make sense. Either way, we'll have to redesign the launch vehicle if we want to have a bigger buffer of delta V. Although, again, I think this is perfect for Minmus. It might not work for the Mun, just because the landing is so much more expensive. So yeah, ascending node, anti-normal, descending node, normal. I believe that is correct. We should be pointing south, which we are. Welcome to my class on how to read the nav ball. First order of business. This is the nav ball. It has two colors, blue and orange. Blue means sky, orange means not sky. Very important. You want to go up, you want to be in the blue. If you're okay with going down, you can be in the orange. There's some markers on here. They mean various things. I'll leave that as an exercise to the viewer to figure out. There's some triangle ones and some circle ones. There might even be a square one in there somewhere. I don't know. Definitely some with X's, some with O's. So this is gonna burn up. That's kind of nice, actually. We don't have to worry about getting rid of that. All right, so I was walking past the movie theater today. The movies they're showing are Beetlejuice 2 and Reagan. So which movie should I go see this weekend, guys? Beetlejuice 2 or Reagan? I know what you're gonna say. Isn't Reagan the Exorcist prequel? Sadly, it is not. It's a different Reagan. They already did an Exorcist. I mean, it wasn't a prequel, but they did The Exorcist 2, which had Linda Blair, and then they did The Exorcist 3, which did not have Linda Blair. And then they did The Exorcist TV show, which didn't have Linda Blair, but it had her character from the first movie. And then they did Exorcist Belieber, which I think had like old Linda Blair. Not old as in age old, but like old as in from the 70s Linda Blair when she was a kid. I don't know what I'm telling you guys, is nobody cares. Okay, 0 degrees, perfect. Now let's go ahead and set up the maneuver node. So we're gonna go ahead and put in 930 to get us there. And then we'll tweak it from here. Looks good. Tone it down a bit. And we can get within 10,000 meters. 10 kilometers, as they say. Emmy says we should go see Beetlejuice 2. I think she had said she wanted to go see that. But I don't know. It's gonna take a lot to get me to go to the theater these days. I honestly couldn't even tell you what it would have to be. And I'm gonna joke about what it maybe could be, but I don't even know if that would do it. They'd have to show like a really high class porn movie in the theater, I think. Just for the novelty factor of it, to go to like a normal theater and watch like a big budget porno. It would be really weird, but it could be kind of fun. I'm sure Emmy's gonna be like, oh, like Deep Throat. Maybe like Deep Throat, I don't know. Or something, I don't know, something more recent would be nice. Like with a really high budget, special effects, good acting. We don't have like an IMAX theater here. It's just a regular theater. The seats are nice. I really like the seats. They're very comfy. Which might be a detriment to the movie-going experience because I end up just kind of like relaxing and not paying attention to the movie as much. Kind of feel like I missed the window for the maneuver there, but whatever, we'll be fine. Speaking of, I guess not porno directly, but I watched Doc Hollywood, and Doc Hollywood has a brief nude scene, or it's at least topless, and I was like, this is a PG-13 movie. Why the hell did they stop putting nudity in PG-13 movies? And then, for that matter, why do so many movies like eschew nudity altogether these days? Is it because of those damn millennials? Is that the problem? We are not going to get accurate Delta V readings here, are we? That is profoundly sad. I'm a little concerned, actually, that we're not getting good Delta V readings. Oh, shoot, we overshot it. Oh, no. By a lot. It's okay. Should be able to recover. Should just take a few meters per second here. Okay, we're good. It still seems to think that we have that much. Okay, now it's telling me 1176. Which is whatever. It's probably fine. Because how much does it take to circularize? It's 160 to circularize. Yeah, that's basically peanuts. And then I think it was like 200 to get back once we're in orbit. So 160 to circularize, 180 to land. We'll be ditching the baguette, so we'll have a little bit more. I think we'll be all right. I will need to redesign this ship though. All right, let's do the time warp again. Set target. Go ahead and grab Minmus encounter. There we go. Yeah, 6 days. That's about what we would expect. I know there were a lot of people that complained about the nudity in Oppenheimer, which I did not see Oppenheimer. I don't know if Emmy, did you see Oppenheimer? Anybody see Oppenheimer? Because if it's, I guess Titanic is PG-13, that has nudity. Like very briefly. Like you blink and you miss it. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that was 20 years ago too, so a little bit different. Emmy has not seen Oppenheimer yet. Are you going to? I guess the movie was good, right? People said it was good. It's a Christopher Nolan movie, which I think is like kind of polarizing. I know a lot of people didn't like Tenet because either the variety of reasons I've heard is the story makes no sense, the sound mixing is terrible, and I forgot the other thing. And then other people complain that all the movies are too dark now. They're too dark, the sound mixing's terrible, the writing's bad, acting's bad. Yeah, this is just like various complaints about movies that I honestly barely ever notice. I guess maybe if the acting's bad. But I just assume that all movies have terrible stories. I'm not there for the story. I'm there for the spectacle. And not in like a, oh, special effects are so cool kind of way, but more of a... I've been forgetting to conduct material surveys, by the way, guys. I'm sorry. Go ahead and grab high over Kerbin then. We have a goo for that? We do, but we can also grab it. So Bob, hop out, buddy. And go grab the stuff. Collect data. Store. What? Okay, I turned off SAS somehow. Yeesh. Wonder why the hell I couldn't move. New save? Jay Gibbs? New save? I mean, it depends on your definition of new save. This is a new series as of a couple weeks ago. It's not the old save that you may have seen on YouTube. All right, we are now on our way to Minmus, so let's go ahead and grab that. Yeah, new save, new-ish save. Hard mode, career, Iron Man, whatever that means. Collect data, restore. Collect data, restore. So that's good. We get a couple of these guys and we're good to go. So thank you, Bob, for coming along on this journey with us. All right, now Jeb, I'm gonna put you in charge of getting into a good orbit. Go ahead and time warp a little bit closer. Get this show on the road, huh? Oh, right. I guess I might have mentioned at the beginning of the stream. Today's Friday the 13th. So that's Emmy, one of Emmy's favorite days. On account of you can watch Friday the 13th and nobody thinks you're weird. Except for me. And in honor of Friday the 13th, we had damn enchiladas. I did say this earlier, I remember now. But if you're just joining us now, now you get to hear about it.
Eat your fucking slot.
That's from Friday the 13th, Part 5, A New Beginning. Starring... I don't even know who's in that one. The first one I think has Kevin Bacon. And that's the only, like, big name in it that I know of myself. Kind of like how Nightmare on Elm Street has Johnny Depp in the first one. And of course everybody knows Halloween has Jamie Lee Curtis, who would go on to be in other movies. Trading Places, True Lies, Halloween 2018. You know, really big movies. Everything Everywhere All at Once. Halloween Ends. Probably some other movies I can't think of off the top of my head. She's been in a lot of stuff. Yeah, new-ish save, Jay Gibbs. Exactly. New-ish. This is our second trip to Minmus here, and we're going to be landing on it for the first time. Let's see if we can find a good spot where the sun's going to be hitting. Maybe over here. I guess we'll see how our orbit shakes out. And I was smart and put the solar panels on. Oh, I didn't take out the monoprop. Oh, that could be causing some problems. Wait, does this have monoprop in it? It doesn't even show. I don't see any. Maybe we don't have monoprop. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and circularize here. We're gonna be cutting it close with this. Think maybe not. We'll have 1,000 left over, probably, and then it'll just be a matter of landing, taking off, ditching the landing gear, and then getting back, I guess. All right, well, now that we're here, or no, hold on. Let's circularize first before we do anything. So fun fact, guys, next year is gonna be a very rare year where Friday the 13th falls on Halloween. So that's exciting. It's like the perfect day for Emmy. It almost never happens. It's like once every however many years. Halloween's on Friday the 13th. It's good. Let's drop in. Oh, what the hell just happened? I pushed the wrong button. Oh no. I'm not ready to land yet. Fix it. Fix it. Okay, there we go. Jeez. Can I shut the engine down, please? Error. Woof. All right, let's get near Minmus 60 science. That's gonna be awesome. We'll get even more when we land, I bet. So this is a great boon to our science. We've entered suborbital spaceflight unintentionally. I'd like to point out that was not my intention at all. That's because I accidentally left the engine running slightly too long. And restore. All right, let's get back in there. Grab on and board. All right, do a quick go around here. We'll try to find the best place to land. I'm thinking it's going to be around here, although I'd like a more wide-ish area, like maybe. Oh, there's really not a good spot, huh? I may just have to land in this little narrow band, which is not a huge deal. It's not that difficult. All right, let's go ahead and start landing. No time like the present, right, guys? We have 964 remaining. I gotta turn the engine on, I suppose. I shut it off to avoid any accidents. And here I am, trying to use it. Emmy says that Part 5, Friday the 13th Part 5, has Miguel A. Nunez Jr. and a cameo by... Oh, that's true. Corey Feldman is in it. I don't know who Miguel A. Nunez Jr. is. So, I guess he can't be that famous. I know Corey Feldman, though. He's in The Lost Boys. He plays one of the Frog brothers. I don't know if that's supposed to be a reference to something. Looks good. All right, let us prepare for landing. So we'll put everything the proper alignment, which I believe is like this. Lower the landing legs. Maybe a fairing would help here. I don't know. I think my only problem with the fairing would be, like, this is already pretty aerodynamic because this is kind of protected by the nose cone. So I don't know how, it would probably be a little bit beneficial, but is it worth the extra weight, I wonder? All right, we're coming in. Let's do it. I don't think we can get anything special from here. Maybe temperature? No, we already got temps. So next thing is going to be landing and getting the surface samples. Well, we can't get surface samples yet. We haven't unlocked that. We can jump out, we can get EVA, we can go try to find a green sandstone, which would be a huge chunk of science for us, just like that moon rock was. Sorry, mun rock. Hey, Ice King! This probe. This is no probe. This is the, this is a manned craft, Ice King. You know I don't like probes. I don't trust them. You lose radio communication for 1 second. Next thing you know, it explodes. How's your Friday going, Ice King? You ready to head out to the club? Oh, yeah. Ice King knows all the best clubs in town. He tried to convince me to fly out there and go to some clubs with him, go clubbing a little bit, meet some ladies, club my house. Yeah, that's a cool name for a club. Was it Night at the Roxbury where they proposed a club where the outside of the club where you wait to get into the club looks like the inside of a normal club, but then when you're inside the club, it looks like you're outside? So it's, yeah, I believe that was Night at the Roxbury, a movie that only one person has seen, and it's me. Ice King spent enough time in bars to last a lifetime. I've spent almost no time in bars. I think the longest I've spent in a bar was when I had to go in and use an ATM. Or the time... No, that might have been the longest. And then the other time was... me and Emmy went to get some food at one of the like bars in town, which I don't know if that's like considered a bar if it also has food. Hex says that everyone has seen Night at the Roxbury, but everyone has forgotten. I don't think that's true at all. I don't think anybody's seen Night at the Roxbury. Not even the people who were in it. They wouldn't have released it if they had known. It did make What Is Love famous, though. Kind of like Wayne's World made Bohemian Rhapsody famous. Another SNL thing. Ice King says being a degenerate isn't as fun post-marriage. You don't want to go goblin mode? He doesn't want to go goblin mode, guys. Can you believe it? kind of know what you mean. I mean, this is basically what I do. If I'm not streaming, I'm just sitting here not streaming, also playing games. Davis says, I'm fairly sure a half dozen people watched it and everyone else just knows the memes. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. And now everybody's spreading it via memes. Yeah, okay, we should be good to get back. It's gonna be a little bit closer than I would like. We definitely don't have enough for like an emergency situation, but we should be able to get off and then get into orbit, and then if not get back, at least get into orbit and be okay. So I'm not seeing any sandstone. We should switch this to the surface mode. So I can, oh wait, there, that might be one over there. We may have to fly over with EVA and grab it. We'll just have to look around a little bit. All right, so we have 793 remaining. And keep in mind, we will be ditching the baguettes. So we'll begin our burn here. Maybe a little too early, honestly. I just get a little spooked, you know, sometimes. That should be good. And now we'll just point directly up. Because, you know, you don't want to come in too hot and end up exploding or whatever. That wouldn't be good for business. In fact, that's quite bad for business. Your business is keeping your Kerbals alive. Perfect. Look at that. Beautiful. That's way better than landing on the mun, huh? All right, we got that. And then what's the other one? Walk on the surface. All right, Jeb, you're going, buddy. Congratulations. Did they break Kerbals jumping off of ladders? Because I could have swore I used to be able to do it. And it actually worked. And now it has not worked this whole save. All right, so we are walking. That completes our thing. Oh, we do have a mission to plant a flag, so let's go ahead and do that. Make sure we know where this is. This is Greater Flats. We'll plant it. Greater Flats. Deb was here. Looks good. All right, way to go, buddy. You did it. 108 grand. Oh, yeah. Take that. And we'll send Jeb over to try to gather some rocks. I guess we can try to look and see if there's any closer, but I'm going to say no. So he's going to have to fly over and grab some. So welcome to Minmus, the land of the long jump. Oh, there's one over there. I think that's fun. Perfect. That's way closer. Oh yeah, if that's one, that's perfect. That looks much smaller than that rock up there. That's probably one of the surface feature rocks. You need the scanning arm to scan. Oh yeah. Okay, this is perfect. Exactly what we're looking for. All right, Jeff, go ahead and grab this. Pick up green sandstone. Thank you. Green sandstone. Kerbin scientists are curious about how Minmus managed to have salt flats despite its low gravity and lack of atmosphere. These old rocks provide numerous clues. Also, they kind of look like sprinkles, right? Okay, maybe they do. I don't know. All right, and now jump. Next stop. The place we just came from. Oh, we got really lucky that there was one so close. It would have sucked to have to fly, you know, like a kilometer or more to grab one. All right, Jeb. Let's get you back inside, and then we'll let Bob do some science. Oop, uh-oh. Whee! Jeb's going for a ride. You're fine, buddy. You're okay. Look at him. He's bouncing around. Oh no. He's all right. He's fine. He's been through worse. Well, you should have seen when they put him on the big centrifuge thing. Now that was a good time. Or the time he managed to flip a rocket, not once, not twice, but 3 times before having to abort the mission. Boy, that actually kind of sucked. All right, let's get out. We'll grab science. Okay. And some goo. All right, Bob, you're gonna hop out here. Grab, collect data and restore. And same for you. Collect data and restore. And then Bob gets to place a temp flag down. Actually, you know what? No, we're not gonna cheese it that way. He's gonna plant a flag. He's gonna do it the old-fashioned way for a mission. It shouldn't matter that much anyway. All right, let's hop back in. We have a bunch of good science. So we have 717 meters per second. Let me just do some quick math. 180 to get into circularized orbit. 100 and about 200. Oh yeah. Oh no, we're fine. It's less than 500. And again, we're going to be ditching the landing gear as soon as we take off. So let's swing by the Space Center and see if we have any new missions regarding space exploration. Heck says he wants to see a 360 no-scope landing. Oh, motherfucker. They want me to go to Eve next? Fuck you, game. I guess we'll send a probe or something. Rescue Dilbart. I do like the name Dilbart. I guess we could try that. It'll give me something to do. We're gonna have to build a new rescue craft anyway. Okay, well, let's get these guys on their way home then. We remove the flags. So Inquisitor 3, come on back. Oh, getting a little bouncing there from the physics easing. That's the thing that happens on these lower gravity worlds. Some light bouncing. Switch into orbit and that. Okay, let's see if we can get I'm really concerned actually that I'm gonna hit space and something's gonna go horribly wrong, but let's try it. All right, guys, ready to go back? And we'll go ahead and decouple now. There they go. Okay, perfect. It's exactly what we wanted. We wanted to be going at a high enough speed that they'll crash instead of landing safely on the surface, so we don't have to clean up the debris right away. Oh, look at that. Kerbin coming up over the hill. Beautiful. A beautiful sight. And we're almost in orbit now. Oh, lovely. Is there any other science we can get? I think we got orbit. Or we got orbit of Kerbin, we got high Kerbin. Maybe we didn't get in orbit of Kerbin. Or low Kerbin orbit or whatever. I guess we can try to get that. And then we'll redesign this whole thing so we can try to land it on the Mun. You can see a bunch of rocks down there. So that'd be a good place to send a rover maybe later. Oh, there we go. First explosion. Doesn't look like it completely broke, so we'll have to terminate it anyway. That's okay. Also, it sounds like we're out of music, so give me one moment. But what that does tell me is that we're halfway through the night. Oh, these KSP streams go forever. Why do I do this to myself? Maybe it did explode. I mean, this stuff's still flying off, but I guess we'll see. Weird we can hear the explosions in a vacuum. There's the mun too. That's really cool, actually. So we're still not to apoapsis. Okay, so some of the debris has gone and exploded itself, but some looks like, I mean, the ones up here are still floating. Should be on a suborbital trajectory. One thing we weren't able to get earlier was highlands, which I think you can only get highlands from up near the poles, or down near the poles as the case may be. To get midlands, lowlands, and then the flats, of course. But highlands, and maybe there's, I think the mun has the polar craters. Minmus just has the highlands. I don't think it has anything else special for the poles. So we have 530 delta V remaining. We need about 300, I think, or 200, between 200 and 300 to get back to Kerbin. And I guess it depends on how fast we want to do it. For me, the faster the better. Ice King says they're all special in their own way. Are they? Are they really? I call my cat special and Emmy gets mad at me. I'm starting to think there's some kind of negative connotation around that word. Oh, we didn't log pressure on the surface. Damn it. That would have been free science. Our plant flag on the mood, science data from surface of the mun, brain green sandstone we're doing. So I guess we'll do a rescue mission next, and then we'll do a mun mission. We can probably do the rescue mission while these guys are on their way back. Get up here, circularize, set up the maneuver, and then they'll be home in time for day 67. It's not quite Christmas time yet. They're getting there. Ice King, how many days are in a Kerbin year? Is it 240? I feel like it's 240. I'm also very tired for some reason. I got up early. Slightly. Yeah, I got up at like 6. I normally get up at 6:45. And then little stationeers this morning. That was exciting. Did some mining. Got some iron so I could make more steel, because the base is very steel hungry. We need more frames and stuff. And I'm looking forward to Monday so I can show it off again. I've made some major progress, and I'm hoping to make a lot more this weekend too. I was watching somebody build Larry rails to try to automate their greenhouse earlier, and it looks pretty cool. It looks like a somewhat possibly fun time. But it also is apparently a little frustrating. Yeah, so Ice King says a Kerbin day lasts 6 hours, and during one orbit around Kerbal, Kerbin rotates about its axis of over 426 times. Oh, okay, the year is actually twice as long as I thought it was. For some reason, I thought it was less. 426 days and 32 minutes long. And I think you can change that to Earth time too. I don't remember how. I don't know why you'd want to, I guess to keep better track of things, but it's from the KSP wiki. But it's important for wikis to be kept up to date. Can you verify that information empirically, Ice King? We should run some experiments. I guess if it wasn't true, then all those launch window calculators wouldn't work, right? Because they base everything on the relative position of the worlds. So when Kerbin is at 6 o'clock and Eve is at whatever o'clock. Oh man. Gotta get more sleep. Maybe Emmy should start drugging my dinner so I fall asleep. Although, then I wouldn't be able to stream. So some kind of delayed action sleeping drug. It'll last like 4 hours and then boom, you're out. Like an anti-caffeine almost. All right, looks good. Now we will set up our return trip here. So I'm gonna start with 300 and we'll work our way backwards from there, because I anticipate there will be some adjustments as we go. Yeah, 300 is already too much. So let's go ahead and drop that down. Way, way, way too much. Yes. Wow. I was way off. It is closer to 230 as the Delta V calculator says. Now an important thing here is that the apoapsis should be as close to your launch point as possible for maximum, or for minimal time and maximum efficiency. So let's try that out. All right, that looks pretty good. Can we get it even closer though? Maybe not. Making it worse. Yeah, we may just have to accept that one. Yeah, that'll work. I'll take it. But we shouldn't be in orbit for as long as we were last time, I hope, because last time we went out quite a ways and it ended up taking us several extra days. All right. Ice King says weed. It is legal in Minnesota now. I guess I could give it a shot. I don't know. I don't want to turn into one of those stoners that's like, hey man. That's all I got. I don't want to be one of those guys that says, hey man, you can't like own property, man. Just generic hippie antagonist. You're harshing my buzz, man. Then don't become that guy. Okay, I won't. Don't worry, Ice King, I'll do it for you. Alright, we're going prograde. Prograde. Maybe I'll try some of those gummies. Or those are pretty good. As long as they don't get mixed up with Emmy's gummy bear collection over there on the shelf. She got these fancy gummy bears. I can't see them from here, but they're like organic or something, and they have like real fruit juice. They just taste like gummy bears to me. I can't tell the difference. I guess they're a little bit softer than the Haribo ones. They remind me of fruit snacks. Those really soft fruit snacks, as opposed to the more harder ones. Okay, we are approaching the maneuver node. It's going to be a 12-second burn, which should not be a problem. That takes up 172 meters per second of our total, as you can see. Which means we did end up having a good chunk more delta V. I was concerned for nothing, but also I just feel a lot more comfortable having way more delta V than we need than cutting it this close. All right, and now we play the waiting game.
No, the waiting game sucks. Let's play Hungry Hungry Hippos.
Yeah, I gotta refresh myself with what's on the soundboard quick, so just bear with me.
That's rough, buddy.
Oh, I forgot I put that on there. Oh man, I should use that more often.
That's rough, buddy.
That's great. I totally forgot Emmy had me put that on there. Wow. Okay, let's go ahead and zoom in on Kerbin so we can get some better data of what's happening. We don't want to way overshoot our mark here. Okay, we can go ahead and ditch that then. All we got to do is watch the periapsis. Watch the oh, we're gonna have an encounter with the Mun? Please, no. Please, no. Okay, there we go. We're good. All right, get down to 20 kilometers. 4, 3, 2. All right, perfect. Take us home. Yeah, the apoapsis is much better. This should take only 8 days this time instead of 29. So we have 2 hours until the Mun escape. I guess we can fast forward to that. And then we'll launch the rescue mission to rescue what's-his-face. Hopefully he's closer to Kerbin, because I don't actually see him. I hope he's not one of those weird ones. It's like way out in the middle of nowhere. All right, come on. Okay. 6 minutes. Does anybody have big plans for this weekend? As usual, I'm just going to be gaming Saturday and Sunday. So if you'd like to join us for gaming tomorrow, 1 o'clock Central Time, hop in the Discord. We'll probably be doing more Phasmophobia, maybe, I don't know, whatever. Depends on what everybody's down for. I'm always up for anything. Maybe more Grounded. Like Grounded a lot. I just need to find a group that wants to play it regularly. Oop. We can't unselect Inquisitor for some reason. Won't let me. Okay, there we go. All right, so you guys go ahead and start making your way back. You actually don't have to do anything. It's already happening. And now we're gonna do a rescue mission. Let's see where our guy is. Come on. Blah, 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 blah. Rescue Billock. Hold on. Rescue Dilbart. Let's get Dilbart first before we do Dillock. So taking a look. Where is he? Where's your boy? He's right there. Dilbart's debris. So step 1, we're gonna redesign the Savior craft to be a little bit more efficient, or at least easier to pilot. Because you guys might remember that Savior had to have the stupid fins on there because of the P-pod. Hate that stupid thing. Okay, so we get rid of you. And these are also designed to be super cheap, in case you're wondering why they're such garbage. Mark II command pod, yes. Does not need anything special. We'll throw on a decoupler and a adapter. That should do it. One battery should be fine. Take out the non-existent monoprop. Perfect. Now the question is, this thing cannot lift off now. It is too heavy. We're gonna have to add on some slightly larger engines. I guess we'll just go with the backs here then. That should do it. Let's check the center of mass. Looks good. The advanced nose cones on. Wait, do we have the B's? Protective, no, we have the A's. All right, A's fine. What else? What else? We could probably throw some struts on. Love struts. Love to strut it up. Like a peacock. Okay, looks good. So launch. Nope, we gotta decouple. So clamps, launch. But too high. Let's bring in the thrust limiter here. Get it down to 1.3 where I'm comfortable. 1.29. 1.3, perfect. You guys can't see it because my face is in the way. I'm looking down at the Delta V readout here. All right, so that's good. Decouple the boosters. Switch to the upper stage. Decouple the bottom and switch to the, and then put on the parachute. Looks good. Cannot transmit science, doesn't matter. This is slightly more expensive. I think the other one was like 10,000 something, but this one is also probably going to be a lot easier to handle and maybe possibly more maneuverable. I don't know. Let's see what it's Delta V. Yeah, 1800 Delta V in the top. So as long as we're basically in orbit by the time we switch to the upper stage, we should be fine. We will send... Oh, we need more pilots. Yikes. Send Valentina up. Oh, she has 2 stars. Nice. She orbited around the Mun and Minmus. Cool, cool. All right, we'll save that, and then we'll wait until our rescue victim is a little bit closer. So where is he? He's over here. Let's speed up time a bit. Shouldn't take more than an hour or 2 to get around over the desert, and then we'll launch. And it should be pretty trivial to catch up. Gotta make sure we also keep an eye on the returning vessel from Minmus. Although we have 8 days, I don't think it's gonna take that long to do a simple rescue mission. Especially one that's just in orbit of Kerbin. So over the Gulf. Let's go ahead and launch our rocket. All right, Dilbart, I'm ready for you. Valentina's good to go. This should go off completely without a hitch. I trust there will be no issues, Valentina. If there are, I don't want to hear about them. Okay, everything's open. Delta V readouts. Thrust, time to apoapsis, everything's good. All right, here we go. Ooh, look at that. We got radial in and normal, or radial and normal maneuvers. Now we just need to get target and maneuver. Those would be awesome to have. Save me a lot of trouble. All right, we'll tip over just a little teeny bit here. Follow it down as we get higher and higher. Let's see. So the solid boosters are going to run out. Try to keep our speed below 200 meters per second, if at all possible, which it is not because the boosters are too strong. The boosters are too strong for me, traveler. Wow, those things are those things are cooking. Wow. Really shows you the amount of force they have and how long they can last. All right, Emmy has brought the bag of gummy bears to show off, I guess, because I was talking about them. Okay. Oh, they're like, are they premium or something? It says Alban. What the fuck is Albanese? Like Albanian? Oh, okay. That's cool, I guess. Kaboom! All right, I will. Well, I'm flying the ship right now. Just, I guess, set them down. Oh, I guess you can show them on camera, sure. There, she's gonna rub them around. You guys got a good look at them, I assume. Yeah, it's in front of my face, basically. You can't go wrong. Okay, there you go. Fancy, apparently non-organic gummy bears that are pretty good. It's a little bit slow, huh? It's pretty smooth, though. Didn't cause any problems. Okay, well, now I can see where the problem's gonna come in. Right now. All right. Rilip says, all right, time to beat this game. That's right. Rilip, you missed it. We already beat the game. We landed on Minmus, the easiest thing in the world. And we're about to return. But we're doing a rescue mission in the meantime, so Valentina can make herself useful. So let's see where our friend is here. Dilbart. So I guess he's not quite at 70, so we can get up to 82,000, it looks like. So we'll start burning to increase our apoapsis. Shouldn't be too hard, right? Let's get that up to there. How was dinner with your family, Rilip? Was it a good time? Good time, bad time? So-so time? What's it like having a dining room? Is it everything I always dreamed it would be? That sounds so fancy. It's an entire room you can dedicate to eating. Dinner was going through my parents' attic box of pictures tonight. Got some real old ones. Are you gonna post them to the Discord for extra embarrassment? Here's me in 1953 attending kindergarten. They just have a table in the kitchen. You guys have room in your kitchen for a table? Okay, Mr. Moneybags. Jeez. They saved every photo ever. Man, that was like a thing. For like 100 years, people just kept pictures. And then everybody stopped because nobody had actual film cameras anymore. Now you just post everything to Facebook. Yeah, Rilip standing next to Lee Harvey Oswald. I eat at my desk, Rilip. So yeah, I guess it's kind of like that. I eat at my desk like a caveman, and Emmy eats on the couch. We have a TV tray, although it has a bunch of junk on it, so she can't actually use it as a TV tray. I was telling her the other day, if we got a second TV tray, maybe she could use that one as a TV tray instead of as a storage shelf. But then I figured, you know, she'd probably just use it to store more junk on. All right, let's go ahead and decouple here and begin the process of the rendezvous. Look at that. We have so much extra fuel. So we could even take this for some of the longer missions even. All right, so here comes our intercept. Should be able to get it pretty quick here. Just a real easy one. Just get it down to, yeah, 1.9 should be doable. Here's the thing, Hex, I don't have Facebook. So nothing is, also I don't take pictures. So nothing is keeping my pictures, and I don't take any pictures. So as far as I'm concerned, all that I have to remember things is my memory of them. And that's okay. Plus I can just Google a picture of something usually and it'll, or I can ask AI to generate a picture. It's probably not a good idea. AI, generate a picture of me when I was a kid. I'll be a mystery to future archaeologists. I think the world's probably better off. I'll still have my Twitch streams, I guess. If YouTube is still around, those are all uploaded there. And since I don't use copyright music, you know, the audio is still all intact. Okay, we gotta now really boogie this like quick. Okay, there we go. Okay, we are now on track for collision in 3 minutes. 3 minutes, people. 3 minutes. One of these days I'll get a car, though, Rilip. Maybe someday. Someday if I make it big on Twitch, I'll be able to afford a car. We'll start a sub goal. If I get to... How expensive are cars? If I get 10,000 subs, I can get a car. How does that sound? Man, that's... Wow. It's kind of crazy to think about. Like, there are people on Twitch that get 10,000 subs, but it's like the top of the top. I think most people aren't actually making any money, or if they are, it's like enough to go out once a month or something like that. But I don't understand why people run ads. Like, unless you have like 1,000 people watching you, you're making like a penny. And it just pisses everybody off because now they got to sit through 1.5 minutes of ads. And you can say, oh, it turns off pre-rolls, blah, blah, blah. What's better? You get 30 seconds of pre-rolls once, or you get 1.5 minutes crappy ads every hour? I'll tell you what I prefer. Hex says, I asked an image generator to create a stream of Star Shard Zero Play and Kerbal Space Program, but it just created pretty pictures of galaxies. I mean, that's kind of cool too. Maybe that's better. You get something nice to look at. I was watching a video, or I was reading an article or something. For some reason it came up where like the question of AI art was being discussed, and somebody said AI images cannot be art because art has to have human intention behind it. I'm like, okay, so I guess, you know, we don't have to call it art necessarily, but if you go out and like go for a walk in nature and you see something, see like a sunset or something, that's not art, I guess, but it's still something nice to look at. So, you know, it's kind of the same thing. Rilip says, I haven't checked my settings in a while, but last time I checked the pre-rolls were 2.5 minutes. That can't possibly be right. Hex says plagiarism's a better argument against AI art. I guess, yeah. But I mean, I don't know. I don't really have an argument. I'm not someone who makes art, so I don't really have a, other than me not wanting to pay for art, I don't really have an argument here. The problem is, even when I do pay for art, it's shitty. So it's like, I pay for shitty art, or I don't pay for also shitty art, or images, not art. So what is my option now? I guess just not have any art. Wait, what? Can't go retro? Oh, because the difference is so low, probably. Rilip says I put a shitty version of the pictures in the media channel. Okay, we'll check that out. Maybe that's our halftime show. Or everybody could just go look in the Discord, whatever. We don't have to show them on stream. That'd be so embarrassing for Rilip. Yeah, I wouldn't pay for an AI artist to create art for me, but I would definitely use it for free. All right, let's take a look. Let's look at the pictures that our good friend Rilip has posted. Look, Rilip used to be a lady. Do you have a picture of you in a 3-wolf moon shirt by chance? Emmy says the art KSP did for, yeah, but that was really expensive art. Those emotes were not cheap. Those are premium emotes, guys. Use them well. Okay, let's get a little bit closer here. Which ones are those? Those are the, I mean, it says which artist. It's basically the ones, the heart, the pog, the sweat, and the sus are all KSP emotes. The crystal is from someone I got on Fiverr when I was initially making emotes. The wrong is from Alien. The cat is from Sertari. The pig is from me. And so is the Chad. Rilip uses my pog as his default pog. That's awesome. It's better than the stupid Komodo dragon one. I hate that thing. Do you have any other susses, Rilip? He says it's his default, but I can think of maybe one other streamer that would have, well, I'm sure other people have sus, but I don't see any on Emmy's list here on the tablet, so I'm gonna assume it's not a super popular one. Maybe it was back in the Among Us days. In fact, I think I have some emote slots open that I just don't have emotes for. I wish we had a resident artist. It would be so nice to just have somebody I can go to that knows the community. Be like, hey, can you make an emote? I'll pay you for it. And then I know that they know that they're gonna make a good emote. Or I know they're gonna make a good emote because they know what the stream needs. So one of you guys needs to become an artist. Or tell your friends who are artists. I know we joke about like the graphics designer people coming in here and trying to scam me. But I would legitimately like if there were artists in the channel. That would be really cool. Rilip says, I gotta start drawing. No, I don't have time. I work all day, I come home, I stream, and then I go to bed. I don't have time to start learning a new skill. This is me learning a new skill. I'm streaming. I'm acting. But I'm just acting like myself, which is super easy. Work all day. Yeah, all day, Hex. I'm a normal person in America. We have to have jobs. Because otherwise, we can't afford health care and then we die. Which, admittedly, even though I do work, I still can't afford health care. So I will die. Draw in the margins of my digital Excel spreadsheet. Yeah, easy. Figure out how to draw emotes with graphs. I mean, I could do pixel art, I guess. I could bust out paint. But yeah, so you guys want to hear my schedule? All right, here's my schedule. I wake up, alarm goes off at 6:20. I snooze it until 6:55. I roll out of bed, I put on my walking clothes. I walk to work. Work starts at 8. I get there at like 7:45 usually. I work until 5. I walk home. I take a shower. I eat dinner. I start the stream. Stream ends around 9. 9 o'clock. I brush my teeth. I go upstairs. I go to sleep. Rilip says, quit whining, you big baby. Okay. I'm not whining. I'm just letting you know. Like, I don't have time to learn a new skill. I'm a capitalist of the highest order. I'm not. I have no capital. Maybe if I had capital, I'd be a capitalist. I'm like the guy who's coming in. He hasn't quite lost Monopoly yet, but he's not gonna win. That's me. He's just waiting for the game to be over. Just no, my spreadsheets are super optimized. I mostly get all my work done pretty quick, but I still have to be there is the problem. I wish I had my literally 1984 emote for Rilipir. I do not have that one on Emmys. Dang, that's too bad. Oh well. Oh, but Star, why don't you just practice a skill during the weekend? I don't know. Hey, Mighty Stoosh, how's it going? If I was gonna learn a skill, I'd want to learn computer programming, which I'm kind of doing by playing Stationeers. It's a Jabroni Mike one, Emmy. It's the one that says literally 1984. Mighty Stoosh, do you what programming languages do you know? What do you recommend? I want to learn C++ because I feel like that's the most versatile one. But then everyone's like, oh, learn Python, learn JavaScript, learn blah blah blah. Mostly Python now? Okay. I've heard that one's super easy. Try Godot. But that's not a language, that's an engine, isn't it? I assume it still requires some level of programming knowledge or coding knowledge or some kind of language. All right, we're almost there. Python is really easy to learn, but not necessarily useful for games dev. I know Civ 4 was done in Python, and it made it super easy to mod. Mighty Sush says JavaScript. Okay. All right. There's a lot of options, is what I'm hearing. I mean, they're all kind of basically the same, right? They're all object-oriented. It's not like I'm out here doing basic or assembly or something. I guess I'm doing MIPS in Stationeers. All right, let's switch over. Godot supports C++ and C#. Okay, cool, cool. So either one will be fine. So Dilbart is a engineer. Wow, wow. Well, they can't all be winners, people. Let's get Dilbart into the craft and back home, I guess. Come on, Dilbart. You're not the hero we want, but you are the hero we deserve, I think. Whatever that means. All right, switching to orbit mode. Guess we'll start our descent now. Is this salvage law? If you rescue someone, you get to keep them. Yeah, they pay us to get them, and then we get to keep them. It's great. It's almost like a bounty hunt, except you end up with a slave. So yeah, it's, I mean, I don't know. We don't need to get weird with it, but yeah, kind of. You salvage a Kerbal, the Kerbal now belongs to you. That should do it. We had a lot of extra fuel, guys. I don't know if we needed that much, but it is nice to have that much in case we need to go somewhere else. Can I just make a game in assembly like Chris Sawyer? That always seemed like the most pure form of games development. We could take our Kerbals to the Mun. Probably. Yeah, we could get there and get back. Mighty Stu says, do it. Learn assembly, you fool. Guys, I'm gonna make the next transport tycoon. Rilip says, if he were going into game dev today, I would learn C++ or C#. Okay. All right. C++ it is. What did Concerned Ape use to make Stardew Valley? Assembly jobs have good job security? Yeah. I don't really want to have it as a job, though. I mostly just want to make a game that everybody likes. C++ is like trying to drink the entire ocean. Well, you know, I figure you gotta start somewhere, right? Start with one sip and go from there. I just don't want to learn something that's like not useful in most applications, you know? Like, oh cool, I learned Python. Now I can... What can I do? What can I do now that I know Python? Nothing. That's right. What is in Python? Almost sounds like a joke language, really. Guys, I learned COBOL as a joke. I'm just gonna get really good at MIPS. How about that? Does that sound like fun? I'll learn how to use the register. Stardew Valley is written on the Xbox new architecture, which is roughly C#. Huh, okay. X says, I bet you could learn the entire of BASIC in under an hour. Maybe we'll start with that. Isn't BASIC an acronym for something? What do we got here? X says, I'll pay 50k points to get me to learn something. Okay, sure, whatever. As long as the course is free. Basic was cool because you could make sounds on the internal speaker with one command, Rilip says. Oh, that's interesting. I think I maybe have an internal speaker. I don't know. I don't remember if I hooked it up when I was putting my computer together. It would be nice to have a little more computer programming knowledge just for... Wait, isn't VBA is Visual Basic, right? X says pick your language, UI, engine, environment, but do it. Okay, all right. You know what? I'll see if I can get Godot and we can learn how that works. I'll see if I can write a simple program or simple game. Because that's open source, right? Like anybody can just download it and use it. I'll be the next concerned ape. Hex is my 11-year-old nephew is doing it. Okay, well there you go. I should try to get my nephew into computer programming. I think that'd be cool. Maybe he can learn something that's useful to him. Godot's open source, but Unity is closed source and everybody can still download it and use it. That's true, but I don't want to use Unity because I heard they charge you money for everybody that downloads your game. I can ask my nephew what game. He's just going to want me to make a Minecraft mod or something. I'd have to learn Java. All right, let's go ahead and decouple. I think we're good. We're going butt first, as always. And we should be over the ocean now. I can't really tell because it's dark. But it does look oceany down there. Yeah. The wine dark sea. Unity went back on that, but they're still assholes. Yeah, right? Okay, you said JavaScript, not Java. Those are two different languages. JavaScript is like actual programming. Java is like Flash, from what I remember. Oh, you said you meant Java. Okay, I see. Oh, wait, which one is JavaScript? Hold on, I'm gonna mix them up again. Are they related? Are Java and JavaScript related, or is it just like a weird coincidence that they both got called Java? Java's a full language. JavaScript is more like, okay, I had them backwards then. Because Java's original Minecraft, JavaScript is like Newground shit. We got them. We figured it out. All right, Valentina, Dilbart, are you guys ready to come home? You better be. Let's make a Flash game in 2024. Guys, check it out. I made what was the one where like you have to shoot up the school? The like most tasteless game of all time. Java came first. JavaScript is a Java-inspired language made for scripting in web browsers, but has since expanded. Oh, there you go. Java-inspired language. Are we? No, we're listening to Factorio music right now. This is a space-themed space video game music collection. Go to Internet Archive and download Internet Explorer 4 so you can install Flash. Yeah, this is just a collection. X says I could have a point redeemed for music. The problem is I gotta make sure that I'm not gonna get hit with copyright claims and DMCA stuff. Which makes it tough. I mean, you guys can just ask for something. I can look for it. If it's from a game, it's probably all right. I mean, it's all right. Obviously, I could still get hit for it, but whatever. If it's from a game, I have less qualms. I'm always playing music. How do I not get muted? Because it's a video game. What if I was streaming Factorio? Am I gonna get dinged for playing the Factorio soundtrack? That's true, Rilip. I did get blacklisted from France because you guys sent me that clip that was used in a French TV show. So I guess the French TV show gets to claim ownership of the clip from the internet. X says it doesn't usually get muted. It usually gets claimed on YouTube, but I don't care because I don't make any money from YouTube. So they can have my no money. Yeah, Ice King, I legally cannot travel to France due to playing that clip. Yeah, I know you can split the music. I don't want to do that though, because I want people who watch on YouTube to get the full experience. I'd hate to like somebody watches on YouTube and it's just silence. Silence and me talking. That's like the most awful thing I can imagine. Maybe I should make my own music. Maybe that's what I should focus on. Beep boop. Beep boop bop. Beep boop boop beep. Beep boop boop bop. Beep beep boop beep. Beep boop boop bop. I'm the video game guy. I guess I kind of am the video game guy. I'm the not angry video game nerd. Although I do get angry sometimes. Only when the games are really bad, though. 8-bit Bobby McFerrin. I could just play MIDI renditions of classic music. Ice King was gonna write original music for the stream before he decided to start streaming himself. He saw how awesome my stream was and he's like, I'm just gonna do this instead. Which sucks because I was looking forward to the 8-minute guitar solo he was gonna put together for one of the tracks. We're coming in pitch black over the ocean, burning up. And we should be good. Yeah, people do stream music and they're really like, obviously you can't really save the VOD or at least not save it with the music, but yeah, there's some very successful, I assume, are you talking about people who make music or people who just straight up like stream Taylor Swift and stuff? Because yeah, Emmy listens to people who just stream music all day. And I'm like, oh, we can just do that now? I guess you can. I'm not gonna do it. You were speaking of playing or composing. That's, yeah, Ice King plays guitar, of course. He's good at it. Been doing it for 50 years now. Me, on the other hand, every time I try to play guitar, I remember how much I suck at playing guitar. And then I put it, it's back here, it's still here. I could hook it up, but the problem is my hands are too small, chat. Look at how tiny my hands are. I can make I'm good at making watches, not playing instruments. No, we don't need a Star Plays Guitar redeem. Maybe I could get an instrument that better suits my proportions, like a ukulele or a recorder. The flute, maybe I could do that. I'm trying to think of what a good instrument would be for me. Wait, what is going on? Oh, okay, we're coming in at an angle, that's why. Mighty Stush's daughter starts the violin next week. Oh, nice. That's a good instrument too. The violins are very versatile. And your son, son plays the older. Oh, your older trumpet. Okay, I thought you were trying to parse that. Tuba or French horn. Ooh. My parents wanted me to learn the bugle for some reason. I guess so I could be in the army and play the bugle, but I never really learned. I wanted to play the guitar because I wanted to be in a punk rock band. That did not end up working out, of course. The bugle, Hex, the bugle. Mighty Stoosh played bass in a surf band. Oh, that's awesome. Did you guys actually surf, or it was just surf rock? Ice King says to live my dreams. No, I've seen what happens to people who like aren't very good at music, and then they do music and everyone's like, well, as long as they're having fun. I'm like, yeah, I don't want people to say that about me. I want people to watch me because I'm entertaining, not because it looks like I'm having fun. Because first of all, I'm not having fun, is probably the case. Rillet played flute for a few years in junior high. Terrible idea. Okay, well, I'm sorry to hear that. No, you can, I think the thing with the bugle is it's more about, you have to, like a kazoo, you have to modulate the sound you're making to change the notes. But it's not just cavalry charge. You can play taps and revelry and others. Yeah, we can rescue Alphol or Billock. Which one gives us, this one gives us more money. They're both, okay, this one's in orbit. This one is stranded in low Kerbin orbit. Orbit could mean anything. I think I'd rather grab this low Kerbin orbit. How are we doing on cash? We have 1 million quiblets right now. How much to upgrade the R&D facility? Oh, it's only 900,000. We could actually do it. And that'll let us do surface samples too. You can see their orbits from the map before you accept. Who's gonna tell him? Who's gonna tell him he's wrong? No, you can't, motherfucker. Guess what you can see? You can see where you're supposed to put satellites. He acts like I've never played this game before. Okay, let's get rid of Dilbart. I could learn to master the potato flute. Maybe, no, it's not on hard, it's on every difficulty. You can see where an agency wants you to put a satellite, and that's it.
My own brother, a goddamn shit-sucking vampire.
Let's get rid of Dilbart's debris here. And we'll head over to the Inquisitor 3 debris we can terminate as well. That's just on Minmus, and we'll go ahead and ride these guys down. Emmy does love The Lost Boys. It sucks I mean, they made sequels, but they were garbage. It just kind of sucks they never did anything with like the original cast. All right, let's go ahead and head on back then and see how much science and cash we get from this. And then we should see when the next Eve transfer window is so we can try sending a probe or something. All right, maybe I should. So, okay, there's a couple things we need to learn. I need to learn how to do art. I need to learn how to do music, and I need to learn how to code. Then I can make my own video game. I have to basically be a Renaissance man to pull this off, like Concerned Ape did. Maybe it's still possible. I'm old, and I'm only getting older, but maybe, just maybe, I can pull it off. Speaking of pulling things off, I don't know where I'm going with this, actually. I thought I'd come up with a joke on the fly, but my brain doesn't work that fast. What in the world am I doing? We're returning to Kerbin. This was our Minmus mission. We had set up the return, and then we did a rescue mission, and now we're just gonna ride it back. So here we come. Zoom. Under 1,000,000. Under 500. 4, 3, 2. Okay. Switching to close-up view. Can we conduct a material study quickly? Okay, we're near Kerbin. Bob, I know we're close, but I need you to get out and grab that. Rilip says I would never make that elliptical of a return. You mean the most efficient of the returns? What is he talking about, guys? I would never have an elliptical orbit. You can't have a circular orbit to return. That doesn't work. The Minmus is where it is. I'm starting to wonder if Rilip even plays this game. All right, there we are. Ready for our big re-entry. We're coming in over mountains, possibly. That's not ideal. We should maybe try to burn off the rest of our fuel here quickly. Or maybe not, I don't know. I don't really know how much this is gonna help us in the grand scheme of things. Okay, that'll just have to do. It's time to decouple now. Decoupling now. Decoupling now. Classic messing with the thing. Rilip says you're screaming it at 3,000 meters per second. I would go for something a lot closer to LKO orbit and then land from there. We're aero braking. What are you talking? We have a heat shield. We're fine. Ice King plays this game more than me. Maybe he has some thoughts on this. I want to come in screaming because then it speeds up my landing because we're even closer. Plus, I want to burn up the rest of the debris here. Ice King says, "Listen to Rilip." What do? You go from Minmus to low Kerbin orbit? I don't have enough fuel for that. All right, here we go. I mean, we may be doomed if we hit the mountains, but I think we'll be fine. And here we go. Things are about to get nice and toasty. Huddle together for warmth, guys. Yeah, there it goes. That's gonna start exploding. Yeah, there goes the some debris there. Ablator. Oh, we packed a full load of ablator. Yeah, we can probably cut that down. No wonder we were so heavy. We could have saved a lot of Delta V by not doing that. All right, everything's exploding. That's what I like to see. Beautiful. Beautiful aero braking maneuver from your boy. Yeah, when I swapped out the capsule, I forgot to, when I changed the heat shield, I forgot to remove all the ablator. At least it doesn't come with monoprop. That would have been horribly embarrassing to be lugging around a full load of monoprop. Look at that. See, we're fine. We didn't even get close to the ground yet. Now, again, if we were coming over the mountains, I'd be a little concerned, but we're not. We can actually pop the chute now. And once the chute deploys, we can detach the heat shield because it's probably pretty heavy. We'll just go ahead and get ready for that. All right, so mission to Eve. That's our next big one for the whatchamacall. I wish it would have been Duna. Why is it always Eve whenever I play hard? Like they're punishing me. I swear, when I play normal, it gives me Duna. Maybe it's programmed to do that. I thought it might have just been like a 50-50 shot. Okay, prepare to deploy the parachute. Prepare to deploy. Deploy now. Yeah, I think it's 500 meters it deploys. Which I really don't like. That seems really, really... like... I felt like I was gonna slam into the ground here. There we go. So that'll just go kerbloom. It's based on the time of year you get out there. That... no, that can't be right. Is it? Stupid slope, hopefully. Okay, we're good. I was worried it was going to be a problem. Okay, log temps. It's Highlands. Okay. Let's go ahead and recover. At certain times of the year, you're closer to Eve than Duna. Yeah, I mean, maybe physically, but from a metaphysical point of view, you're always closer to Duna than you are to Eve. All right, I did not want to come into the VAB. I was trying to click on mission control. Science data from space around the Mun. Nice. Okay, we can do that. Test a stack separator while orbiting the sun. We'll give you 150. Oh, I guess like 200,000. That's not too bad. Satellite in a polar orbit of the Mun, unmanned, and nothing else, huh? That's not too bad, actually. Reach the designated polar orbit. Of course, it doesn't give me any good money. Satellite in synchronous orbit of Minmus. Is that even possible? As a thermometer. That could actually be a good one. Apoapsis, periapsis, inclination. Kind of like that. That actually sounds kind of fun. Let's take a peek. Take a peek at the orbit that they want. That is not terrible. I actually really like that. And that would give us like a pretty good Minmus thing for sending data back and forth. Let's see if we can put something together for that. Get some basic satellite stuff going. Have we unlocked miniaturization? That gives us the clampatron. This gives us ladders and hitchhikers and all the little deployable science bits. We don't have advanced electrics yet, so we'll be rolling with... oh yeah, I don't think we have proper... oh no, we have the Probodobodyne. Okay, I can rock the Probodobodyne. I think that's all right. Let's give it a shot here. So we have the Probodobodyne. Okay, well the game's decided that it's gonna play the VAB music even though I don't want it to. Try the Octo. What does that have with it? This is a cargo part that can be placed inside inventories. Blah, 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 blah. Internal antenna rating. Curb net. Reaction. Okay, this does have a reaction wheel, so that's perfect. And it has stability assist, which should be good enough for what we're doing here. Communicator 1. So what does this need? I guess it needs fuel. That's always helpful. We don't really have a we have the Oscar B. Never mind. I was gonna say we don't really have a good one, but we do. Probably the only good one. We can throw a spark on there with the truss. I don't think we have deployable solar panel, so it would be stuck using these guys, which is probably all right. And for antennas, unfortunately, we just have a couple. Something like that might look good. Yeah, it looks kind of fun. We can probably stack a battery on here. And put like a little... probably doesn't need a cone. We can put it in a fairing or something. Okay, so there is our probe. Now we just need a delivery vehicle. Have we unlocked fairings? Oh, yeah, we have. Okay, good. Let's go ahead and grab you. Hold on, we need the been a while since I've done one of these. We have a TD12. That seems a little bit too large, which is annoying. Would it be possible to get a smaller one? Let's take a look. Is that under miniaturization? Yes, it is. Okay, and we can't afford it. Good. So that gives us the 6. Yeah, and we don't need the clampotron, but whatever. Oh, now I went to the opposite one that I did last time. Went to the mission control instead of the VAB. All right, we're back here. So we're gonna use the TS12 stack separator. Nope, that's not what I wanted. The TS06, which for some reason does not have a decoupler associated with it, which is strange. I wonder why. It has yeah, we have other decouplers, but this only comes in stack separator. Let me look. Maybe there's another one that gives us the, not that it matters that much. I'm just curious as to why it gives one but not the other. Oh, okay. You got to get the next level here. Maybe that's worth going for, because that would also give us the relay antenna, which would actually be really useful to have on this thing. Fuck it, let's go for it. That'll also let us do surface samples. Go ahead and grab precision engineering. We'll probably want to grab command module next. And then we have to grab, I guess we don't have to grab space exploration. Hitting hitchhiker module though, or the hitchhiker storage container would be good. So would, precision propulsion is whatever. Advanced fuel systems would just give us better gas tanks. This is the one that's going to give us the radial attachment ports and the clampotrons and the modular girder adapters, so this is what we need to get if we want to start making space stations. Let's go ahead and grab a decoupler. Oh, now the music isn't working. I see how it is. Pure randomness. We'll do something like that. I've never really gotten the hang of like fairings. It always seems kind of like pointless, you know? Like, is that a good fairing? I don't know. It looks right. It looks like a fairing to me, but yeah, whatever. Does it really matter that much? Probably not. So this is our thing. So it has enough fuel in there to do stuff. I suppose we should probably give it a relay antenna, huh? Oh, no, don't want that. Okay, now we gotta fix the fairing. Whoops. Edit fairing. And then something like that should be good. Oh, looks good. So that just fits in there nice and snug. And now we make the lower portion. We'll want to put the inline stabilizer on here. And then pretty much the rest of it is just going to be your bog standard V launch vehicle. How much? Okay, let's see how much Delta V. 1100. So we're going to want something that can insert it to the Mun or Minmus. So for that, probably Terrier would be good. And then just some kind of standard launch device here, which would be something, a couple of T800s. By a couple, I mean 3. And a swivel. How much are we getting out of that? Sea level 2400, 600. How much of that is in the vacuum? Okay, that's pretty good. So this thing's 10 grand right now, which is pretty cheap for a satellite. I think we're getting quite a bit. I should probably take that mission though, so that we, you know, don't make this and ship it and then it's like, oh, I forgot to take the mission. So synchronous orbit of Minmus, we'll take that. So we're gonna get 97,000 for basically 120 grand, and it's only gonna cost us 10. So that's good money. We could also do this one, which is pretty cheap as well, although we don't get as much for it. But you know, whatever, shouldn't be that hard. Just take it anyway. So we'll go ahead and launch this thing, adjust inclination, go to Minmus, get it into orbit, and then that should be enough to get us to be done for the night. Okay, so this doesn't even have enough thrust to weight to get off the launch pad. We should probably fix that. We'll go ahead and do our standard, attach a couple of big boosters to the side and call it a day. The back, the thumpers, the big boys. Redlip says you're too early in the tree right now, but have you ever looked at making reusable rockets? Reusable rockets? I've never looked at reusable rockets. Maybe in SSTO or space planes, which I also have not looked at. Mostly because it seems like way more hassle than it's worth when I know that a rocket's gonna work. All right, there we go. We tune these down a bit. Like, what is reusable rocket to you? Like, I launch it, then I have to recover the like individual stages, and it's like a huge pain in the ass because I don't use any mods to make it possible to recover stuff automatically. Like, I'm not saving that much money in the grand scheme of things as long as I keep doing missions. All right, and then let's decouple. That happens. At some point we do that. Okay, this looks good. I think this should get us there. What did I get here? Contract? Sandstone. Got it. 52 grand. Good money. You can get it. Okay, this thing is theoretically flyable now. I guess we'll try it out. Let's give it a go. So we are launching, then we're changing inclination to match Minmus, then we're flying to Minmus, and then we're gonna get into orbit. And maybe not all that'll happen right now, but this is at least a good proof of concept for a pretty simple satellite. Let's make sure we have what we need on there, which I believe is a thermometer. Just one is good. So yeah, right there. You could put a barometer on there too, I guess, just so that it's we have multiple things, so we don't have to constantly redo it. All right, let's go ahead and launch. Everything looks good. Reusable rocket, you just put a Mark II or Mark III cargo bay on it, get to LKO, let the payload land the rocket. Oh, so like a space shuttle type situation. I see what you mean. Yeah, maybe we could do something like that. I don't know. Again, it always seemed like more trouble than it's worth, because now you're doing like twice as much work to do a mission. You have to not only launch it, you also have to recover the launch vehicle. And that only works if, you know, you got to spend all that time designing it. It's like a whole thing. Oh, this thing flies really nicely. I'll give it that. All right. Now, how do I do that with asparagus staging? That's one of the bigger issues, is you can only be in control of one rocket at a time. Like, if you ditch your lower stages, you can't automatically recover them. All right, good launch, good launch. Everything's looking good. Okay, we're getting some atmospheric effects. Let's slow this down until we're a little further out of the atmosphere. There we go. So we will be ditching the solid boosters here shortly. There they go. Wow. Okay, no, they did still crash. Never mind. I thought they weren't going to crash. I was going to be very impressed at how well this thing is doing. All right, let's bring it down. Bring it on down. Realip says, I never once used asparagus staging. I do it as a single staged orbit rocket, not hard for Minmus solar payloads. Yeah, but I really like asparagus staging, because then I have like 5,000 delta V by the time I get to orbit, and I don't have to worry about it. Really simplifies the whole process. Alrighty, we are approaching our orbit. Go ahead and dial back on the throttle once we hit 75. Okay, looks good. Everything's cooking. It's looking good. Mighty Stitch's asparagus makes your pee smell weird. Why does that have the same energy as the kid in Kindergarten Cop who says boys have a penis, girls have a vagina? Just like random nonsense. Good information though, good to know. Although I've never noticed it when I've eaten asparagus, but I'm not going around smelling my pee, so I guess that's probably part of it. That's who you were channeling? I wonder what those kids ended up becoming. Are they like the kid who played Charlie in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? You just grow up to become a dentist? Or are they actors now? I feel like if they're dope fiends, they're all junkies. I was in a movie when I was a kid. Now I'm smoking crack on the corner. I live in a van down by the river. All right, let's go ahead and start burning here. Let's really start burning now. Just really give it to him. All right, hold steady, rocket. We're getting there. Just a little bit longer. Okay, a bit longer, I guess I should clarify. We have a lot of delta V yet to cover. Although that we should basically be finishing this one right when we're reaching orbit. So that would be cool. Based on our current speed. Yeah, that's actually really... That's a very efficient lower stage there. And we can, I guess we can decouple this now. That'll save us a little bit of delta V. Is it supposed to go flying off like that? That doesn't seem right. It's just like, were you? You know what's interesting? So that movie took place in Astoria, Oregon, which is also where the Goonies took place. That might not be that interesting, actually. Rilip says, Miko Hughes of Penis Vagina fame did go on to be an actor and be in a lot of big things in tiny parts and things nobody's heard of in large parts. Oh, so he's like Frank Stallone. Well, that's not a good example. Frank Stallone hasn't been anything. Name one movie Frank Stallone was in. Without looking it up, you cheaters. Hold on, what's... Oh, we have limited control. Uh-oh. That's not ideal. Maybe I should have launched a little bit higher. When's the next station coming up? Do we have anything we can use? I guess we can deploy all the antennas here. Whoa, nope, hold on. Extend the antennas. Yeah, that's not gonna help. That's too bad. Well, hopefully we get something. I guess we can always use maximum thrust if we need to. Amikin says he was in Pet Cemetery and New Nightmare. Frank Stallone was? Really? That's interesting. Small world, I guess. Frank Stallone is an artist. Are you saying that as in like he does paintings and sculptures, or the kid who played the lead was actually twins? One is a stylist, the other's in furniture sales. Wow. Oh, Miko Hughes was. Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. Cool. Oh, he was but he was a kid though, I assume. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. And Ice King says Frank Stallone was in Cobra, which is not a movie. Is that the one with the giant cobra? That's not something you want to be in though. That's not like a desirable part. I don't think this is going to Minmus tonight, guys. I think we're just gonna have to get into orbit. Not that Cobra, Mighty Stoosh. Come on now. Everybody knows that was called G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra. And it was the sequel to the G.I. Joe movie that I saw in theaters and thought was okay. Who was the main guy in that? The actor, not the... I don't care who the fuck the character was. Are we gonna get probe control back tonight, or is this just gonna be one of these kind of missions? Where's the next relay station? It's gotta be like over here, right? It's crazy to me we don't... I guess the curvature of Kerbin gets in the way, huh? Is there a way to see? No. That's kind of annoying. Pretty much all the kids did acting, then gave up and got old. Oh, that's so sad. Meanwhile, Arnold Schwarzenegger's over here banging his maid. Like, he gets to be successful. Dave Grohl gets to have a porn star mistress. I'm over here like, guys, can you sub to my Twitch stream? I'm trying to play Kerbal Space Program. He also got to be governor. Yeah, I completely ignored that. Wesley Crusher. Ah, fuck Wesley Crusher. That guy sucks. Can't even remember his actual name. Will Wheaton, that's his name. I feel like his real name is more interesting than his character's name. Like a Marvel character. Oy, 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 oy. Okay, well, we have another minute before things start becoming a problem. What? That guy in the Lost Boys. There's lots of people in the Lost Boys. Corey Haim, Corey Feldman, other guy. Rilip says, I never had a single interaction with Will Wheaton, but he blocked me on Twitter. What did you do, Rilip? That's like an actually really interesting story. I wonder what you did. You must have done something. I assume I mean, maybe he does just block everybody so that nobody can see his posts or whatever blocking does on Twitter. I don't actually know. I don't think we're ever... He blocked everybody who followed Total Biscuit. Oh, okay. What did Total Biscuit do besides die like 10 years ago? And then he quit Twitter like 3 months later. Yeah, what a fucking loser. I just don't use Twitter. Like, whatever, who cares? It's not important. There's more important things in life than Twitter. Don't tell that to Elon Musk. He won't believe you. Okay, now we have to adjust our inclination here. Could we have done this earlier? Yeah, probably. Did we? No. Please be normal. Please be normal. Oh, fuck. I did anti-normal again. God damn it. Please be normal. Please be normal. And we're good. Also, why are people still using Twitter in 2024? Don't you guys have anything better to do? Okay, there, come on. Come on. Oop, oop, oop. Let's see how much we can do before we gotta stop and switch around to the other side. Okay, so the relay station is way over here. That's quite a distance. Rilip is admitting to being a Gamergator now. This is incredible. It's funny because Gamergate did end up being all a hate campaign. Or at least, you know, anybody who was actually involved with it. And now they're back, guys. They're back. Now they're going after Sweet Baby Inc., which is the most hilarious name for a boogeyman ever. They're making the Kerbals have pronouns. All right, let's go ahead and loop around here. Starshard does not use pronouns. Starshard will only be referred to with Starshard's full name. Starshard. Mighty Stu says, what is the fuck is that? Is that an emote? What is that a pen? What am I looking at here? Oh, ink. Okay, there we go. We are, oh, sorry, I said we. We is a pronoun. Whoops. Oh no, guys, I screwed up. I used a pronoun. No. Now they're coming for me, which is also a pronoun. No. Starshard Zero knows a man named Rufus Xavier Sarsaparilla. The royal we is allowed. Okay, good. I went woke. I use pronouns. There's an awesome, hilarious video of Shadow the Hedgehog not using pronouns. I mean, it's like a couple years old at this point, but I remember watching it and being like, this is great. This is exactly what Shadow the Hedgehog would do. All right, let's try to adjust our inclination here. We have 62 meters per second left. That should be good enough, and then we can use the rest to get to Minmus, which, considering it's 9 o'clock, I think we'll save for next week. If you've been watching this much, this is basically what you're gonna get for the next several months. Every Friday, we're gonna play. I'm gonna do something stupid. Or, well, it's not really stupid. I guess we didn't screw anything up tonight. If Starshard tries really hard not to use pronouns, you sound... Oh, god damn it. Starshard sounds like Mr. T. Oh, okay, we're out of... That's fine. We will now switch to the next engine, which is our Transition engine to transition. Uh-oh. Guys, we don't have a, we may not have reaction wheels anymore. No, we do. Oh, I can't use it. That's, okay, I see. We ran out of, probe control range. I just assume people who say I don't use pronouns can't read, and I think that's probably the best way to approach it. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were illiterate. Okay, are we good? Is everybody satisfied with the progress of today's stream of Kerbal Space Program? I do have an antenna. I have 5 antennas. Are you fucking kidding me, Rilla? I have a relay antenna and 4 Communitron 16s. Am I shaming the stupid? Yeah, I am. I think being stupid should be seen as a personal failing. I was stupid, and then I went to school, and now I know things. I don't hate the illiterate. I just think it's embarrassing. Rilip says, why do they suck? What do you mean, why do they suck? What sucks is that if I'm not within a range of a station while I'm going around the planet, I can't control my thing. Yeah, well, I gotta start with something, Rilip. This is gonna be my first relay satellite. That's why it's got the relay antenna. It's like he's not even paying attention. You can go to school and still be stupid. Don't let school make you unstupid without a fight. I don't know. I hated school when I was in school, and I probably would still hate school if I had to go. But it beats the hell out of going to work every day. You put me back in school. I'll learn algebra this time. Okay, that's yeah, let's go back to the thing and be done for now. So Hex redeemed. I have to learn some programming or whatever, so we're gonna fire up Godot on Monday. Which sucks, because that's gonna... Maybe we'll just put Stationeers on Wednesday. And then Satisfactory on Thursday. And then either skip Phasmophobia or do... No, fuck. Hold on. Next week is Talk Like a Pirate. Let me... Okay, next Thursday is Talk Like a Pirate Day. So we're going to be doing something piratey on Thursday. So... Godot. Then... I guess I can do Satisfactory as scheduled, and then Pirate, and then Kerbals, and then we're back to normal unless somebody does a redeem. Pirate-themed Godot. I mean, if you don't care if I do it on Thursday, then yeah, I can do that. So we can, you're in a hurry. Hex says, I'm in a hurry. If you want to, oh, I'm in no hurry. Okay. Cool. Like that does not compute. I am in a hurry. You take your time. Okay, so let's get out of here. Let's see if there's anybody around. Never mind. There's nobody watching. It's okay. All right. So everybody have a good night. I'll be around tomorrow if you want a game. 1 o'clock is the stated time, but if you're here earlier, then just let me know and we'll do something fun. Otherwise, I'll see you guys on Monday. We'll be doing Stationeers. Regular schedule until Thursday. We'll try to make a pirate game in Godot. That could be fun. Make little parrots and I'll be a pirate captain and it'll be fun. Okay, anyway, everybody have a good night. I'll see ya. Bye-bye.